Well, my entrance into politics was, frankly, pretty miraculous. I was an 18-year-old freshman at Ohio State and wrote a letter to the President of the United States, and he invited me to the Oval Office. And I still can remember calling my mother and telling her that they were going to need to get an airline ticket for me to fly to Washington to have a meeting with the President in the Oval Office, and she was shouting into the phone, "Honey, pick up the phone, something's wrong with Johnny." Well, I don't think I even met a Republican until I went to college. There was a rumor that my Uncle Harry was a Republican. I grew up in a very blue-collar, sort of a working environment neighborhood where, in a lot of ways, people couldn't control their destinies. I think it's really important that in life we always put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. I think it's important that we just don't take care of ourselves without looking around at ways we can help those who haven't had the blessings that we've had. And, I think when you have a strong economy, you then are in a position of where you can do more to help people who, for one reason or another, are not participating as much as they would like in the great American dream. And the notion in our society, I've seen a growing notion that if someone is poor, that it's always their fault or they're lazy, and I don't agree with that. I think people can fall on hard times. So my philosophy is sort of this: it's a sin not to help people who need help, but it's equally a sin to continue to help somebody who needs to learn how to help themselves. And when you mix that together, it means we have to do some things to lift people who at times can live on the margin and give them an opportunity to share fully in the American dream. Basically in Ohio, we were struggling a great deal. In fact, a lot of people never even gave Ohio a second thought when it came to creating a job or moving jobs to our state. When I was there, coming in, the administration, we faced an $8 billion hole, and we also had lost 350,000 jobs. Our rainy day fund, when I came into office, was 89 cents. Most kids have a piggy bank where they have more than 89 cents. But today, we are almost $1.5 billion in the rainy day fund. That's our surplus fund. So we've been able to balance our budget, eliminate structural deficits, and be able to run surpluses. And we did it really by, in many senses, recreating government, making it work better at lower costs and lower prices. The frustration that I have with the federal government is they put the wind in our face rather than the wind at our back. And what we really need are politicians who really think much less about the next election and much more about the fact that they have a great opportunity to be able to help people, to be able to solve problems in order to grow our economies. Too much politics, too little real public service. Being a governor or being any kind of an executive means that you're held accountable, you set goals, and you're expected to deliver on them. Yeah, I think this can be a great time for America. I'm fearful, though, that the federal government and some of the philosophies and the policies that we're seeing out of the administration are really holding us back. But I think we have to understand that America's strength comes from the bottom up, not from the top down. And in that regard, the states are so important. And what happens in the states really affect, in many respects, more directly the lives of ordinary Americans. Think about where we'd be in America today if we didn't have our Republican governors coming up with solutions to take care of the issues in their state, and we just sat around and waited for Washington. That would make no sense at all. So the Republican governors are absolutely a main ingredient in America's comeback.